XRP, it's official. The Clarity Act has been confirmed. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. And is President Trump going on another adventure? We'll talk all about that. Please read the disclaimer. Whoops, not that technical difficulty time. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed my profile pic. There's a reason for that, and we'll talk about it towards the end of the video, so make sure to watch all the way to the end. It's a big news, and you're going to want to find out about it, so check it out towards the end. So the big news of the day is that we have the Clarity Act down, right? Scoop Senators Tills and Alsbrooks have finalized a compromise on stablecoin yield. Punchbowl News has the text, and you can read the text here. According to the new language, it introduces a situation requirements for crypto companies to offer rewards tied to stablecoins. That includes a broad prohibition on rewards offered in a manner that is economically or functionally equivalent to payment of interest or yield on an interest-bearing bank deposit. Now the question is, will the banks agree to this, right? Balances can be used for rewards if companies clear the equivalent test. We're going back to this gray area similar to what we had on the Howey test, where does it fall into it, does it not? And this is going to be interesting to see if the banks say yes to this. Right now, oops, I don't like this one. Let's fix it. 1 second. Here we got what the chief legal officer, CLO of Coinbase said. So remember, Coinbase was one of the problems here. After months in the room at the White House and Senate, this is much clearer. A lot of the public debate overstated the risk and ignored the sustenance. This outcome preserves activity-based rewards tied to real participation on crypto platforms and networks, which is what the bank lobby said they wanted. We've long believed that this issue did not warrant legislative changes, but whatever. We're focused on getting a bill done and are satisfied that this language should not be the basis of any objective onwards. Now, if we're looking at all this, this could potentially mean that the Clarity Act is basically out there. The text is out there. Now the banks are going to have the possibility to say yes or no to this. And if we go and we look at the price action of the crypto market, you might be saying to yourself, well, Avi, right, things are didn't go up. Like, okay, so Bitcoin is up a little bit from the morning here, but if we're looking at a broader spectrum and a broader, longer time frame, it didn't really react to this text. Why? Because on the one hand, this is maybe the situation that we wanted. So we wanted clearer text. We wanted Coinbase to say yes to this, but the banks really haven't said yes or no. And we could still have the possibility of the Clarity Act getting postponed, or suddenly some politician flips on us and suddenly maybe a Republican says no. We don't know what could potentially happen. So although this is game-changing news for the crypto markets and for the Clarity Act, the market hasn't reacted to this in a positive way because there still is some uncertain things out there, mainly getting it into the banking committee. Also, remember the agriculture committee passed a version of this. And so then they're going to have the banking committee and the agriculture committee later sit with this. And this is going to take time. So all of this happening, and the longer it takes and the longer they're processing it, and remember also with the Genius Act, one time it fell, right? The vote fell and then it was postponed a few more days. So all of these things, all of these factors are still creating risk. And even though, like, besides that, and you can look at the fact that Bitcoin is at 78,000, and we'll touch on Bitcoin and the price action in just a second, which could be a very positive sign for what we're going to see in the next few weeks. We're looking at the crypto fear and greed index. We're at 39. So we're still at a pretty good situation here, right? If we look at what we've been seeing recently, the sentiment around XRP is at a 2-year high after the Rakuten wallet integration. So people are a lot more bullish about the current situation regarding XRP. They're looking at the XRP conference in Las Vegas. A lot of nuggets are coming out of that. We talked about what Ripple tweeted out yesterday about how many banks they've been working with and the potential of that $13.5 trillion flow on Ripple Prime. And so there's a significant amount of things that we're looking at right now that give us very, very bullish sentiment around XRP. Look, the last time, according to this data here, the sentiment.net, the last time was March 19th. Crowd FOMO spikes, proceeds with caution until greed settles. This happened in March of 26. What was going on March of 26 that we had so much FOMO there? March of 26. It was kind of, you could say, the last March of 26. Interesting. I don't know why. Why is that such a good spike there? But this is according to here. That's a 2-year high. So interesting why this is happening. But usually this could be a change in the sentiment, although we're not really seeing a change in the interest from retail. But this could be a change in the sentiment behind institutional buyers and institutional investors that this Rakuten deal is a big thing and could affect XRP and investors in the future. Okay, so that's interesting. As always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. I do not know what the price of XRP or the crypto market is going to do day to day. You can always have President Trump coming out and saying that he's going to take over Cuba almost immediately. We'll finish one first. I like to finish a job after finishing the war in Iran. So, we talked about this could, trigger all kinds of things. Who knows what this could do? And I remind you guys that I always keep the monkey on my shoulder. We don't know what the markets can do. We don't know what the markets can behave. You can have a great situation. You have a good situation. And then something happens. Trump does something and the market totally flips. The market totally switches. So just remember that. Now I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin and XRP and the way that it's kind of playing out, just price action with a potential passage of the Clarity Act in the next coming weeks, hopefully into the summer, June, maybe, right? Remember last year, June, July was very, very good. So maybe this year too. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping. But when we look at a lot of the factors, okay, so we look at what's going on, for example, in Plan B's, the things that he uses, what is called the strength index, but what's the word I'm looking for? The model that he uses, we're now very, very close to the bottom, right, of the cycle. Okay, so you can see here, now these two are very close to the bottom, this one and the one that we showed before, and yet this one says we might have a little bit more to go to the blue, right? Every single blue, there was always a pop up, right? So the blue has been activated here. And now the question is, what could potentially happen? Now, I have been seeing multiple traders, not for only crypto traders, but stock traders, option traders, people that trade and people that are been looking at what's happening. And they're analyzing the IBIT, the BlackRock ETF. One was Orlando, which Orlando's a very, very good trader, and he's been right about a lot of things. Follow him if you're not. And there was another trader also that was also saying similar things. He says here, Bitcoin has been very tradable lately, right? Respecting the uptrend, buying pullbacks into the green channels has been the play, while Bitcoin's still drifting above the golden pocket. As long as the structure holds, it's a matter of time before the cryptoverse pushes for a breakout. Worth nothing that IBIT August bull risk reversal is still open, so positioning hasn't backed either. He's looking at the option flows and looking where the options are going, and there's these big orders that are open in specific areas, and he analyzes that and he tries to figure out what could potentially happen. And he's looking at this and saying, okay, there is potential that in the next coming weeks, people are gearing up, especially on the IBIT. They're using this as a possibility that if Clarity acts and Bitcoin pumps, they're going to be ready with these options. And so they're getting ready for that. And it usually gives an indication of what's going to happen. Many times he sees things on the tape and the option flows, and he's right about stuff. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's an expert at reading the option flows. I am not. So, I try to give you outside opinions sometimes because there's things that I'm good at looking at and things that I'm good at analyzing. And there's other things that I need other people to help me with. Same thing you should, maybe you're watching my videos, but you're also watching someone else that is very good at analyzing something. And maybe I'm not that good. So it's always important to get different perspectives, different views. And, sometimes, for example, I'll give you Benjamin Cohen's views that he's very bearish right now on this year, and I'll give you someone that's maybe more bullish or someone that short term is looking at a specific area. So hopefully you enjoy the content that I give you. And don't forget to smash the like button, of course, and ring the bell. So I wanted to do something different. I was looking at the situation, and there's a lot of scammers. We talked about this channel that's been taking my voice, and there's a lot of imposters that are trying to, make fake pages and things like that. So it's like, okay, they're already making fake pages on Facebook. Why don't I make a real page? Now, I know this doesn't look like me that much. I got to tweak with this. But I did open up a page and I changed my profile pic also on the channel. So it's the same one here. The scammers will probably follow and they'll change their pictures as well. But I'll link to it here in the description. I'll link to it on my YouTube page. And I'm going to be uploading the videos here as well. Okay. And maybe, writing other stuff like maybe posts there. Of course, we also have the Telegram group where it's more like, promotions that are happening and things that, if I feel like I want to talk about something and I don't want to upload, a YouTube video, I'll do that at the Telegram group. But I don't know if this is more comfortable for you watching my videos on Facebook. I don't know, maybe for some people it's an easier way. You don't have to look for me, through the subscription page or wait for my videos to pop up for you. So I'm going to be posting there as well every single day, the same videos, a little bit later, but it's okay. So you can just save this Facebook page and watch the videos there, or watch here on YouTube. Again, it's up to you. It's your prerogative. You can watch wherever you want. But I'm going to give you the option to do that. And so, that's the possibility. Hopefully the scammers, don't go crazy. I have a contact at Facebook now, so I can get those down pretty fast. And hopefully they don't block this page because I've told them that there are scammer pages. So I don't know. I think I need to send them a message that this is a real official one so they don't block it. But this is where we're going to get those updates. So again, if you're interested, you don't have to. You can stay here on YouTube. Everything's good. Everything's okay. But if for some reason it's easier for you to go through a Facebook page like this, and then you can scroll back and see what was happening a few days ago, you can do that as well. Okay, so this is a new thing that's happening on the channel. Again, if you're interested, great. If you're not, it's okay as well. So you can come follow me and then get those updates on your Facebook page. Okay, don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.